Encyclopedic Knowledge is sponsored by Elko Speedway.
Elko sportsman Paul Neisius said earlier this year that he planned to travel a little with the Mid-Am Series unless he was in the thick of the points battle at Elko Speedway, which is where he is right now. Dan Plan, the Encyclopedia, recently took a few minutes to catch up with Paul Neisius.
Paul Neisius is one of the few drivers that has run at all three tracks featured on the race show: Cedar Lake Speedway, Elko Speedway, and Raceway Park. Earlier this year, you took the ultimate challenge and started in the back of the pack and made your way all the way up front. How did that night go for you?
The night started out kind of rough. We ended up one of our cars got wrecked, but then luckily they took the ultimate challenge and worked my way through traffic and it ended up getting to the front.
Did you get enough money to fix the car?
You never get enough money, but it definitely helps, that's for sure.
Both you and your teammate Matt Marshall have been involved in a couple of spectacular wrecks on the front straightaway. Have you been able to get both the cars back up to speed?
Yeah, I think so. I think my car is definitely back to where it was from last week. It just seems like our cars must have magnets to the wall, or I don't know what the deal is. Hopefully our wrecks are done for the year.
When I was younger, my dad used to drag me around to tracks, and there was a guy by the name of Tom Neisius that was running. Are you related to Tom at all?
Yeah, that's my uncle.
Was he able to give you any tips earlier in your career?
Yeah, he did. I mean, basically when he was quitting racing is when I started, and a lot of the advice and a lot of the learning came from him and my dad, and it was good.
When you first started racing, you ran on the dirt. What are some of the differences you had to adjust to, other than turning right to go left, go from asphalt to dirt?
Just the whole different way everybody races. I guess the camaraderie, as far as, out on the dirt, you could never really get blocked in, and there was really never one lap where you couldn't have a groove you could race in, and just learning not to overdrive the car is probably the most thing between the dirt and the asphalt.
What led you to your decision to change from dirt racing to asphalt?
We were at the point in my dirt racing career where we needed to move to late models, and I've been doing it long enough, and we really couldn't afford that, and I ended up meeting Tom Ryan. Was kind of a coincidence, and Tom said he needed somebody to work on some of his cars. He was running a sportsman car back then, and I went and worked for him, and I ended up driving a car for him, and here we are.
You also have a unique hauler for your race car. Where did that come from, and how old is that?
It's a 46 Ford. We started building it before I started racing. When I started racing, we had it done. Not done, but it's never done, but we kept working on it, and just something my dad got out of Metro Auto Salvage, and he had the dream of his to make it into something that nobody else had, and we just took it from there, and it's kind of a cool old rig. Every time we go somewhere, you can be there 10 times or 100 times, and the old guys all still look at it and think it's pretty cool. So,
46 Ford, so it's about as old as Rob Hahn. I'm Dan Plan with cameraman O'Shawn Orr at Elko Speedway.
Encyclopedic Knowledge has been presented